Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to another episode of TalkSteer. We're just about to head out and meet up with a friend of ours called Petro in Cambridge. He was born and raised in England, but has friends and family over in the Ukraine. He has owned a number of Saabs over the years and still has a few to this day, including a 1999 Saab 95 Estate, which is in incredible condition, and we will get a chance to drive it. Also, a few years ago, he purchased a Jaguar in order to keep the Saabs nice. So he's using a Jag to keep the miles off the Saabs. Bit of the wrong way around for most people, but we understand. There's also a few little surprises hidden within the episode, so do stick around and enjoy the show. Thanks again for watching. So what first got you into owning Saabs? I've seen you've got a couple on the driveway.
Actually, it was I used to work for Brickvic or Bass, and I lost my job, and an ex-girlfriend who worked there, she said you should get a Saab, and so I ended up buying a 900.
Was it because she owned Saab?
No, I don't know why. I never knew the reason why. We went to Buckingham Stanley's and I bought one there, and I was very happy with it. It was an old red one, yeah.
How many Saabs have you had over the years?
Probably about 5 or 6.
Oh, marvellous. Okay. What is it about the 900?
The really... shape, the how they drive. They're just fantastic cars. I had one which I did buy, and I was up Barnwell Road, and somebody run into the back of it, It was a write-off because it didn't cost a lot of money. Back in those days, you could pick them up for about less than 5,000.
Right, okay.
But if serious damage was done to the back of it, it was a write-off.
That's such a shame.
And I like the 3-spoke wheels and everything on it. But
yeah, those 3-spoke wheels were iconic.
They're lovely,
aren't they?
iconic, yeah.
But I also see that you've got a Jag on the front driveway as well. What brought you to owning a Jag alongside the Saabs?
A pension. And it was during lockdown. I went up the road to Marshall's, and this red Jag was for sale, and it was so powerful, 5 litre. 540 horsepower. I know nothing about anything like that, and when you get behind that wheel and you put your foot on it, you know you're going. I already had a Jag. I had an XJ6, so I've got just 2 Jags and 3 Saabs.
I mean, just 2 and 3 of those, that's 5.
Yeah.
It's more than most people own.
Yeah, but I mean, one's off the road. I don't use it. I took it off the 95, one of them, because I've got a 95, you'll see later. And then I've got the 900, which I took off the road for the winter, and I might bring it back in the summer.
When you got your first Saab, what was your job at the time? What were you doing?
And I had a tow bar put on it, so I could put a little trailer on the back of it. And so I started off cutting people's lawns, and I used to have the trailer on the back, put the lawnmower in there, and I've still got the same lawnmower 40 odd years later. And I used to take it around. Then you get other jobs, and the idea of a tow bar on the back, and it wasn't for a caravan really, it's just for a little trailer for moving things about.
Of the Saabs you have, which is the one you would say you've done the most miles in?
Do you know what? That's a very interesting question, because the 95 I bought from Buckingham Stanley's in the year 2000 or 1999 has only now, I looked at it, done 38,000 miles.
That's incredible.
In 25 years.
It's barely moved.
I don't do more than 2,000 miles a year in the cars.
That's incredible.
And some of them only 1,000. When you've got 4 or 5 cars and you just want to go out, and I've got bikes too, as you know, you're quite happy to sort of just take it out. So once a week, give it a run. But I use the 95 and the Jag, the green XJ. I use that more than any of the others.
Having so many cars, are you quite precious over sort of how they're affected by the elements and stuff like that, sort of rust or corrosion or anything like that, or are you
never worried at all? The 9.5 has never been in a garage. It's still, you'll have a look at it and see it's in pristine condition, and it's always been outside.
What's a year is the 9.5?
1999 or 2000.
Wow, so the quality back then is standing the test of time. So obviously the 9.5 is slightly more spacious.
The 900 is more sporty. Like the 9.5 is, I used to take the dog in the back, so I've got a grill in the back, still in the back, and in the boot, and you put a grill across, because they did all these spare parts for Saabs. They did all the grills, they did all the fairings, they did all different things for it, and that was a good thing. Even Saab roof racks.
Brilliant.
Used to have them,
yeah. I think they were trying to do sort of a car for the people, weren't they?
The 9.5 was like a family car. The 9000 was a family car. The 900, though, the turbo, I mean, when you put that in third gear, there wasn't many cars that could overtake that in third gear. They said, I don't know if they said a Porsche couldn't keep up with it in third gear.
They had some very interesting claims on some of their advertising.
Some of their advertising, but
yeah.
I mean, I have been in that 900 out here, and the acceleration is unbelievable.
Have any of the Saabs caused you mechanical issues that have been a bit hard to swallow, or...?
I've had to give up on a couple of cars. As I say, one wasn't mechanical problems. Barnwell Road, somebody run in the back of me, and the car was a write-off, and I really loved it. It was blue car with 3-spoke wheels, and I really loved the colour of it and everything else. The other one was a car, and the first 900B, that's K, but there's a B registration one somewhere. I don't know where it is. And that car, when I was coming round Elizabeth Way roundabout, just coming up Newmarket Road, I heard a bang, and the car just come to a stop, and all this oil was on the road. I ain't got a clue what was wrong with it. I'd have it towed away, but it was a write-off.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I've never had anything like that ever go wrong with any car, why the engine should just go bang, and a crack and oil all over the road, and that's never happened to me before.
Wow, goodness. But otherwise, you would say that the Saabs have been pretty reliable. You've been happy with
the
them.
9.5 speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The 900s are good. I mean, even this diesel one. The diesel one out there, I did use, but I just took it off the road because I packed up my business.
We are in Cambridge. For anyone that's in this area, what would you say are the best driving roads to take these cars?
Do you know one of the best roads I think to take the car is to go towards Diss? Take the 1066 to Diss. What an amazing road that is, especially going up to the 1066. And you see deer on the side of the road, and you see pheasants, you see all different animals, it's amazing. Yeah.
Lovely. So I think we could talk forever about how you got into the Saabs, how much you love them, etc. But I think we need to take a look at them. So
that's right.
Shall we step outside and take a look at what we have on the driveway?
Yeah, the first one I'll show you is... I'll go and get it for you.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? This was used for work too, you see.
That's absolutely lovely, that is.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, they are gorgeous things.
This was a work car, you see. Pop over the road.
I love that.
First time? So you think the car's in good nick?
It's amazing. It's amazing condition for the age, yeah. But it's clearly been very well looked after, and also it's never done any miles.
But why does it keep going on and on and on? Why
I've had no real major problems with it.
Have you been one to, even though it hasn't had many miles in it, have you been one to like service it regularly? Or
Well, yeah, I get Swedish Car Connection, Barry Mantle, he does it. I don't have to have it serviced like they say so many thousand miles, you've got to have all new this, or so many, over so many years you've got to have this. If something goes wrong with it, then I take it in.
Yeah.
And when he does the MOT, if something needs doing, he'll do it. If something breaks on it, he'll do it. I'm not, after 25 years, I don't think the service history really matters.
No,
You see what I mean?
particularly, yeah.
The red Jag, I had a problem with that. When I bought it, I noticed that the headlights wouldn't go off.
Oh, wait,
And I thought, what's happened here? It turned out that the fuse board had got water in it, and it cost me $1,400 to put it right.
Ouch.
But I had to take it to a specialist called JagTech,
Yeah.
because my mechanic couldn't do it. You know, it's just one of the things. All these modern cars have got so many things they need, like computers on them, to see what's wrong here and what's wrong there.
So
The
have
good
you...
thing about Saabs is they don't. This one might have a few things on it, but I mean, most of the old ones, they're just basic, and the mechanics know it's a piece of cake.
So you've generally found, by having older Saabs, that most garages have no issue working on them?
No issue at all, normally. Sometimes now you get a job to get a part, maybe.
Yeah.
But when my Saabs go wrong or something like that, I'll just give them to my mechanic and say, you can have it. If it's a good Saab, I won't. I'll give it away to someone.
Is there a Saab that you've given away to someone that you really regret?
No.
No, okay.
No, I've kept... This is the main Saab. I can't get rid of it, and I'll probably have it till I die. This car. It's just so... And unless something goes wrong with it, I have a niece called Petro, so she could have it because it's got PK on it, you see?
Yeah.
Just how the condition of it, like you are, you're saying how good it is and what it's like.
It is absolutely immaculate.
Yeah.
So you've lived in Cambridge for, let's say, 35 years?
No, I came to Cambridge when I was 10.
Oh, wow, okay.
I grew up in a convent with nuns.
Right, okay.
My first car was a 1939 Morris 10. It was an Al Capone car. It had runner boards on the side. It had the window that opened with a thing like this. It opened up, and on the way back from Ramsey, we used to go to the Gaiety Dance Hall, I got about 10 or 11 people in it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. Well, it was like a big gangster car. Eventually, I found out what happened under the Iron Bridge in Huntington. The half shaft went, and the steering column collapsed, and I had to leave it as scrap. When we lifted the bonnet up, most of the engine was in brass.
Oh.
Couldn't believe it.
Wow. That mine is supposed to present itself nice and slowly. Mine just goes boom.
That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of lost its soft touch. Whereas that is like. Ooh.
I've had this changed because that vanished, you know, the illumination inside.
Yeah. Hey, nothing lasts forever, and especially electronics, right? And that's why we love more mechanical vehicles than electronic. I will say this, apart from possibly the 9.5 that my parents would have owned, this is the first time in what it would be about 30 years since I've been in one.
Really?
Yeah. So I haven't been a passenger in a 9.5 till this point.
Do you want to have a drive of it on the way back?
Ooh. For a while there, Saab were very popular, and they were producing high numbers for the size of the company that they were.
Do you think that Saab name will come back?
Well, the Saab name is still being used for the military stuff, the Saab technologies, that kind of stuff.
Aircraft and stuff.
Yeah, while they still own it, they won't allow it to be used for vehicle manufacture.
Right.
Now, obviously, there was this whole thing with NEBs, but obviously that doesn't seem to have gone anywhere. And now the latest news, depending on how much truth there is in that, the Trollhättan factory is going to be used now to produce the AC Cobra.
Oh right, AC Cobra. My friend's got one of them, the Cobras, yeah.
So that would be quite nice to know, and apparently that's being supported by some ex-Saab sort of team. So, but yeah, I think Saab as a brand is gone, but will live on through its owners.
Yeah.
I think that's a really key thing. So
to drive this is it's a dream. I
really do appreciate you taking me out in the car. It was really awesome.
That's all right, you can drive it back.
Nice.
You should come out in the 900 when I get that.
Oh, yes, please.
When I get that back on the road, I'll show you what acceleration is. It's not the car itself, it's just an old battered vehicle, but does it go?
Gearbox feels lovely and sharp.
Very lucky, I don't let anyone drive my Saabs.
I'm very, very honoured, thank you.
And I sometimes park the car on the lay-by at the forest and take a picture. The rape seats out, it's a blue guy and the Saab, and I photograph it in Ukraine.
Do you still have family over there?
Yeah, family over. I traced my roots after when I got a letter, I found my mother's letters, and we wrote to the village, and so they come back, oh, it's been 40 years since we heard from you, or you were so new, you in England. They didn't have much under the Soviet scheme. Started just getting this, that, sending that. I do send them money every so often, my friends. I call them my brothers.
I'm amazed at this car. It feels fantastic, yeah. Really, really fantastic.
How does it compare to your car?
My car feels a little bit more powerful,
Yeah.
but this feels incredibly together. But then
Yeah.
again, as you said, this has only done 30,000 miles.
Yeah.
So that's gonna have an element to it.
Yeah.
The gearbox is fantastic in this.
Really?
It's really short,
Yeah.
which I like.
All right.
So it's just like into third, into fourth is
Yeah.
very short distance.
Yeah.
But it's just so precise.
1999 to 2000.
Okay, so it's a 25-year-old car.
Yeah.
It's essentially only a few years old based
Yeah.
on the mileage.
It's time for its MOT in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, okay. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll sail through.
Yeah, well, Barry, if something needs to be done, he'll do it.
So your friend Barry that maintains your car,
Yeah.
he's a full MOT centre as well, yeah?
MOT centre.
Fantastic.
as well,
And where is he based? Is he in Cambridge?
Cherry.
Cherry Hinton. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's got a number on the back, mobile 077623. There we are. And that's the landline.
Amazing.
So you've got that Swedish Car Connection. Barry, I can introduce you. Take you down.
Ah.
Barry
Nice.
Mantle.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. So we are here, bit of a surprise, outside the Swedish Car Connection garage. This is just off Newmarket Road in Cambridge. This is a place that specialises in Saabs, right? Really, really cool. So they've just told me that they've got a Saab Viggen, not sure which model, but they've got a Viggen in a storage facility right nearby. So let's go check it out and see what they've got. Well, thanks again for joining us on another episode of TalkSteer. This has been a fascinating episode where we've had a great chat with Petro and also taken a drive in his Saab 9.5. Their estate with such a low mileage on the clock has just been a real eye-opener. Some of these classic cars, well looked after, are something to behold and just great fun to drive, right? I hope you enjoyed it. We've also taken a look at the Swedish Car Connection the garage in Cambridge where Petro gets his cars serviced, and taken a look at some of their unusual models, including the vegan they've got in the storage facility. So I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.